Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys see by the title, we're going to be talking about Klint Kubiak, hopping into some film, kind of breaking it down because he has had a very up and down season. I mean, this could range from game to game, month to month, play to play, drive to drive. We've seen some drives where it's beautiful. The play design is amazing. It's based off last week's plays. And then we get to some drives where the third down play call, I am just sitting there scratching my head. And by no means, by me making this video, is me saying I know more about football than Klint Kubiak. Of course not. He's a genius. He's an offensive coordinator for a reason in the NFL. It's just sometimes on his play calls, especially on third down, second and third down, it's just very confusing, and I can't really wrap my mind around a couple of his plays. I'll be showing you guys in this video. But also, there's some huge positives with Klint, and that's what I'll also be showing in the video. It's been a very up and down year, but the main quote that I like, and it's from Matthew Kohler, he's on the Purple Insider. He was talking about the story of the Vikings offense. He says, there are plays that are executed to perfection. When the Vikings get the right coverage and right pass protection, it's amazing. When things break down and they aren't put in advantageous situations, it's been difficult to overcome, especially with Adam Thielen injured and suffering happening along the offensive line. Pretty much he's saying when it is on script and when plays are going well, it's a thing of beauty. And when things aren't going well, it's very bad. And I think that has a lot to do with Klint, but it also has a lot to do with Kirk Cousins not being the best off-script player. But I think that sums it up perfectly. But here, I'm going to be showing you, this is the Smith-Marsette's first touchdown. This is when Jefferson is lined up in the backfield. I'll show it to you guys right now. Jefferson is lined up in the backfield, and he is running a Texas route, which is, you'll see it, he's running out and cutting it back into the middle of the field from the backfield. It's a great route. He scored on it in Green Bay, which I'll show you, and then it causes the safety and the corner to both bite on Jefferson, leaving Smith-Marsette wide open. This is just an example of Klint Kubiak designing something that I thought this is great. And the reason it's great is because I'll show you Jefferson's touchdown from the Green Bay game. Same thing as you see on the screen right now. Jefferson, he's lined up in the backfield. He's running the Texas route, coming out, cutting it back in. Gets the touchdown against Green Bay. As you see, Thielen on this same play was running over the same area as Jefferson, and it kind of caused a little jumble in the middle, but it did leave the corner end zone wide open. And this is just, an example of Klint Kubiak recognizing this, him being extremely intelligent when it comes to play design and kind of basing it off last week's plays. Now we go back to the Smith-Marsette touchdown, as you guys see right here. Same thing. Jefferson's just running that same little Texas route, but Smith-Marsette is just going to cut it to the end zone, and there's nobody on him. Because that's just an example of using 18, he's over here today, using 18 as a decoy, and he doesn't even need to get the ball. I mean, he requires so much attention that this is like the first time I've really seen the Vikings use him as a decoy and exploit a weakness in the defense. However, there are some plays that I am shaking my head with Klint. This is a third down play. It is 3rd and 3. They're coming out in I formation. Now, I just want to let's just all think about this. The Bears are riddled with injuries and COVID in the secondary. They have all backups. However, their front seven is still intact. They still have Akeem Hicks, who has been dominating you all game. They still have Roquan Smith. They just got guys, Robert Quinn, the Bears front seven. I mean, they've dominated our offensive line for the past 3 seasons, and that's been the main reason we have struggled with the Bears. And you're calling a pitch play on 3rd and 3 with how athletic the Bears linebackers are. This is just an example of me not understanding. And the play ends up, as you guys see it right now, it ends up going for -2 yards. But what I just can't understand is you have Cousins. He's an extremely intelligent and accurate quarterback. Obviously, he's not the best off script. But if you give him a ton of options and you give him a ton of checkdowns to pick up an easy first down, you could still even take a shot on this 3rd and 3. Take a shot to Jefferson in the end zone. If that's not there, Cousins can move off that read and take a check down fairly quickly. But when you're using this run, it's almost like when you're running on 3rd and short against the Bears, you're running into their strength. You're almost saying we don't care that your front seven's still there. And I get the mindset is hey, we don't care. We're still going to go in and run the ball on you. Listen, I get it. it's a fun alpha type of mindset, but it also doesn't make sense. You also got to know your personnel because it's not like the Vikings are a really good running team. I think we're middle of the pack in the league when it comes to running the football. Here's another example. This was another third down play on against the Bears, and this was a 50-50 ball that Cousins threw up to Smith-Marset, which, listen, this was I think this is one of his first targets of the year because this is before his touchdown. I'm all for giving Smith-Marset a chance. However, why are you giving him a 50-50 ball on third and short? Or I think it was 3rd and 5. Like, this is just like, you have Justin Jefferson, you have Tyler Conklin, you have KJ Osborne, you have all these guys, and you're going to Smith-Marset on a fade route. I just think that was settling. I just think this is just plays where it's third down. Like, yes, if you don't get this 50-50 ball, yeah, the drive's over and you're punting. And I mean, no duh, but I just don't understand why you just kind of put all your you put all your chips into Smith-Marset's hands, and Cousins gave him a good ball. It's just the DB, you allow the DB to go and make a play. And I just think sometimes when you're in these third and shorts, you just got to trust Cousins. Like, and instead of throwing these 50-50 balls, I don't know if it's Cousins, like, off the play, he just sees it, he's like, I'm taking a chance right here. But fun stat, last 7 contested catches, the Vikings are 0-7. The receivers have not been winning the 50-50 balls, so that's why I don't get why you continuously throw them. And it just seems like this entire season on first and second down, I mean, let me know if you guys agree with this, but the game script always kind of seems like first and second down, we're either running or going play action. And then the second down play is just the opposite of the first down play. So, for example, the Vikings run the ball on first down, and they get 2 yards, and it goes nowhere. And they still come out under center with C.J. Ham. The defensive coordinator is screaming probably in the defense's ears, watch the play action, watch the play action, watch play action. I mean, they know watching this on film, this is what they do. But the Vikings still go play action. It's either check down to C.J. Ham or they do get Jefferson or Thielen cutting across the middle. But then if that's not there and the play action doesn't work, which it hasn't been, then it's a 3rd and long. And then it's Kirk Cousins either taking a 50-50 ball like we just showed, or it's Cousins being just manhandled because he's not good off script, and he just gets a guy in his lap because Akeem Hicks knows how to push Mason Cole, and he just dominated him all game. And Klint, this could be first-year problems. I mean, with the play I showed earlier, that's just a great example of him growing as an offensive coordinator. It's just consistency. Consistency. We got to see. I think, honestly, if you're looking at the whole, he's had a good year. This is his first year calling plays, and the Vikings are still putting up tremendous numbers. It's just sometimes I'm sitting there, I'm just watching, I'm like, what are you thinking? Let me know what you guys think down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this film breakdown. Threw a couple clips in there for you guys, a couple quotes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Skol Vikes.